And then I'll.
All right. We need to talk about target focus, vision focus, whatever you want to call it. Now, there's a couple components, but what we need is to focus down on those white stickers we have down there. Now, what do I mean by focus? Come on. What's that? Look at it. That's part of it.
Hate it.
Hate it. Yes, like that's a better part. So, like, a good place to be, like, visually, is I'm looking at those white stickers. I should focus on them optically so it's clear. Like from here, I can see on my target, I've got that square of 4 pasters built. I can see it in detail. I see it's like a little bit crooked. It's not quite right. And I can, like, again, the optical focus is a piece of it. But we also need to psychologically be focused on it. And I'll be like I hate that spot or whatever, that kind of thing. That's a good way to think about it. I do like talking about the Scottsdale ladies as a good example for like what focus is really like. Focus versus awareness. Now, I'm going to focus on the white spot with hatred in my heart, try to send bullets there. At the same time, I am aware of the red dot, and I can articulate to you anything that I see it do. It'll recoil in a pattern that should be the same, right? It'll just like whipping back to that spot. If something is disrupted with that, something changes, I should be like, yeah, I saw this or that, and I can tie it to a feeling in my hands that caused it. That's what I want, right? A good analog for this is thinking about like where I'm living. There's the hot ladies are in Scottsdale. They have long, pretty hair, big fake hoodies, all of the upgrades that you might be interested in. All right. So imagine you're sitting across from your wife in a booth, and some such Scottsdale ladies in the background over here at the bar ordering a drink. Are you aware she's there? Yeah, you're aware. Can you articulate everything she's doing? Probably. You have you're biologically wired, I imagine, most of you. Unless you've been eating too much of the slop the last few years. But anyway, you're wired you're wired to like know what that chick's doing. All right? That is kind of a similar thing to what target focus but dot awareness is like. But I think the better example would be like, let's say this chick, you're at a booth between, with your wife across from you. This Scottsdale trick is table dancing on the table in between you and your wife. Now that sounds unfair. But I think it's a better example because like if I'm looking at that white thing and I want to send rounds there, what's this red dot's not just sitting still, is it? It may as well be table dancing. It's like doing all this stuff. All right. A really good exercise to help with this, I found, is this one. It's real simple. I'm going to draw the gun, present it up to the target. I'm going to stare at the white stickers and then break my wrist and squiggle my gun around, squiggle my sights around. What I see here is the red dot turns into a streak, usually when it's moving, and I can tell you exactly where it is relative to the white sticker all the time. Versus now I'm going to focus on the red dot itself. And now I totally lose awareness of the target because my sight's occluded. I can't tell anything that's going on, right? So say, even though you watch that, you're like, this looks pretty simple. Do the same thing, break your wrist, squiggle it around. Do it staring at the white thing, do it staring at the red thing. It gives a very good indicator for like how it should look, right? I'm sure you have some stuff to add, Dave.
With vision focus, especially if we try to apply this to dry fire, right? This is going to be the most mentally taxing if you're staying engaged, because you're actually, not only subconsciously, but like this allows you trying to tie your mind to a particular spot. That requires a lot of focus. Any type of sport or whatever, right there, or work that requires a ton of focus is going to be mentally draining. So if you're doing this in dry fire, right, you want to build up. If you're not typically used to dry firing a ton, you want to build up to it into progression, like 5 minutes and 10 minutes. And generally most of your shooters, and I think, I stole this from you, 15 to 20 minutes, like in a session, that's about, if you're putting in the work and being honest with yourself and maintaining that visual component, that's about your max that you're going to get out of it. Because like, other than that, you're going to start to empty the tank. It's a tank as far as vision focus goes, if you're actually paying attention to what you need to. And remember, like the principle here is crystal clear target, right? But aware of, right, my dot. Right? That's what we're going for. It's like that mental The mental engagement, seeing that crystal clear focus on the target itself. Once that starts to bleed away, I know I've lost that focus. I've either lost that focus because I transitioned to a dot, or I'm mentally emptied my tank. At that point, it's time for a break and then to reset.
Some people's mental tanks are bigger than others.
This is true.
My tank is not very big. So I'm usually not able to focus after just a few minutes. All right, so we'll have everybody come up. We'll do that dry fire drill quick, and then we'll continue on with doubles from back here.
I got a question.
Yeah, hit me.
Do you find that you sometimes get distracted by the bullet impact on the target as well as the sight?
Yeah, so the questions, are we distracted by bullet impacts? Absolutely.
Same thing.
It's one of the most distracting things, and it's one of the hardest things, is to be not non-reactive to where the bullets hit. And I try to be completely non-reactive. So what I mean is, I'm looking at the target here, I'm like, boom, 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 shooting, and I see a hole appear down low left there. What can I do about that? Nothing, it's done. But I can like fixate on that, and then I'll just put more rounds there, or I'll be like, oh, fix my grip. So it's like, I think it's one of the hardest things, but what I like to say is I try to be non-reactive to everything I'm seeing.
Still aware.
Aware, like it's hard to not be aware.
Yeah, it's just right next to the
If you're focused on the target and it's 7 yards away, you're going to see holes appear in it. But it's like I'm trying to be just not, I don't do anything about anything I see.
Could it be a case of maybe you necessarily didn't do anything wrong with your grip or your trigger, you just shot at the wrong time, you didn't confirm enough? And
Yeah, yes. Like, so the rounds can go where I don't want for a number of reasons. And I've spent a lot of years finding all the ways to do it. All the ways to make them get fucked up. All right, let's come on back up. Let's do some doubles.